Welcome back. My name is Evan Jason. I started a property management company, and this is my attempted journey to document it in London, Ontario. Today, I want to talk about Bill 60. Um, the Bill 60 was proposed on October 23rd. It became a law on November 27th. Now the law is in action per se. Here are a couple points explained in plain English. Number one, official forms. If you're providing a tenant with an N11 or an N9, it has to be on an official form rather than earlier you used to make a form. We used to make a forms printed on your own systems rather than using official forms. That has to stop. Point number two, 1 month compensation for moving in as a landlord. Earlier, you had to give them 30 to 60-day notice along with a month of compensation if you are moving in for your own purposes as a landlord to the property. But now, if you give them 120 days notice, you don't have to pay that, which saves you a lot of money. The only thing is that you have to plan a little bit far ahead, 4 months, 120 days. If you give them the 120 days notice, you don't, and you're moving in as a landlord to your own property, you don't have to pay the 1 month compensation. Persistent late payments are now under stricter rules. They used to have this saying, late payment is still payment. That ends now. The government has put in place strong rules to consider late payments as late payments. So that's kind of helpful, so you can actually plan ahead. Another one would be faster evictions for non-payment, which sounds delightful as a manager, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for landlords. If so earlier, a landlord had to wait 14 days, but now they have cut short it in half, which means landlord has to only wait 7 days to start the eviction processes after missing rent. So as soon as you hit the wall, start the process. It will save you a lot of time. It will save you a lot of money. Harder to cancel an eviction, which is pretty good. That's point number five. The tenants can stop an eviction just by saying, I have nowhere to go. So the board now has to follow stricter rules rather than following emotions because the tenant said, I don't have a place to go, which means evictions are a bit easier now. Um, Another thing is that the less power to delay evictions. LTB usually favors the tenants. And I think that was by design because of the high housing crisis and the bad reputation that the landlords have. But it had kind of gotten out of hand. People started to take advantage of it. But Bill 60 actually improves a lot of it takes a lot of pressure off of that. It sounds like Bill 60 is aimed towards landlords, empowering more landlords. So that kind of helps out a lot. Another one would be fewer second chances after a case. They now have only 15 days to go for an appeal or a review. They have to move fast, and a lot of times they are slow. So which means you can get your stuff done faster. So now the government also can now have more power to set stricter rules through regulations. In short, Bill 60, I made a summary here. Bill 60 makes it easier for landlords to deal with problematic tenants and harder to delay evictions while adding stricter, clearer rules for everyone. And this was long time called for. It has high time that LTB has, have some sort of empathy towards landlords. I'm not saying there are not. It's. I'm not. It sounds like it's totally geared towards landlords, but that's not the case. If you're a tenant, you pay your rent on time, you cause no problems, you pay your rent and you pay that on time, you're good. Don't even have to worry about it. Life moves on. This bill won't be affecting you. This bill is actually provided for empowering landlords who had to deal with terrible tenants I had, for example, let a landlord buys a rental property with all his savings, and then they get a tenant, and then they stop paying rent. Now they have to pay the mortgage, constant stress, never ending legal stuff. Bill 60 kind of eases all of that out. I'd love to see how it goes forward. But that was Bill 60 in under 6 minutes, and I hope it was helpful. I hope more and more laws come by, which makes life easier for everybody. End of the day, it's a business. Everybody has to work, and yeah, and fun fact or side disclaimer: I'm not a paralegal or a lawyer. This is completely general information available on the internet. I'm just summarizing it. It's not legal advice, so disclaimer there. But that was about it. Have a good day. This is Eben Jason signing off. Thank you for watching. If you found it helpful, maybe share it with somebody. But yeah, that's about it. Good day.